Hi, folks. This is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. Well, I just got off the phone with my buddy Justin Waltz down in the Watertown area. And Justin had promised me a week ago that he was going to reach out to all his friends that are avid ice fishermen and trying to get information for me to pass on. And the one thing Justin said, he said, these guys that I talk to are avid fishermen. I mean, their life is being out there every day. And when I told him I was going to be speaking to you, he said, they told me to tell you to tell everybody listening that the one thing they can pass on right now is be very, very careful. The ice conditions are in such flux. They're shifting because of all the different changes going on. And these guys recommend that you actually take your time in staying off the ice. Give it time to form a more stable type of ice condition. Now, I'll give you a very specific. One of Justin's buddies was fishing in Hyde Lake. That's one of the Indian River lakes yesterday. Now, you don't think of big currents or anything. And he was out there along the weed edge, standing there fishing. And he said, everything was great. We'd been standing there, and I was standing there. And he said, all of a sudden, zoop, without warning, the ice went out from under him, and he sunk down. And just by a gift of God, he was only in water that was up to the top of his chest. Just think if he'd been in a couple feet more, he might not even have been able to tell Justin this story. And this is, it doesn't matter how much I pass on these warnings. It harkens me back to what Jigger Jim said to me yesterday. Jigger Jim on Black Lake said to me, whatever you do, if I had one thing to pass on, it's spuds and spikes. In other words, when you go out on that ice, these are the two essentials that you need. You need a spud to tap the ice in front of you, and you will learn to know the sound of what the condition of that ice is by the sound it makes when that spud hits it. And the spikes you wear around your neck, and if you go in, you can take these spikes and grab the ice and at least can hold you in that position or help you to get back on the ice. And if anybody knows, it was Jigger Jim who went through the ice 5 years ago. And if it wasn't for the spikes, he would never be with us today. He would have died. It was a monumental thing. And he's on the ice day after day. He says things change, and you might not know the change. And one of the things we have to be aware of right now is there's a lot of winds, strong winds that come in. And those winds affect the ice conditions tremendously. So I guess the best thing I can tell you is be careful. And that's the biggest understatement that I can make all year. Be careful. Be careful. Safety is everything. And I know so many of you listening may be avid ice fishermen. You may be out there all the day. You certainly probably feel that you know better than someone on the radio telling you. But I don't think we can ever err too much in being as safe as we possibly can. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.